All right, YouTube. Hope everyone is having a fantastic start to you guys' weekends. And I hope you guys are enjoying the new Diablo game. I have been enjoying this game very much. I'm very new to the Diablo franchise. It's actually my first time playing one of these games before. Um, but I would like to, I guess, explain what I've been doing to efficiently farm and kind of talk about what other content creators have been posting in terms of XP farms, gold farms, anything farming related, you name it. Um, I've been seeing, or I guess kind of like you, being a new player to the game, if you are a new player, of course, um, I've been doing what a lot of other people have been doing, going on YouTube, trying to find efficient farming methods, finding the best dungeons to farm, the best things to farm, and I've seen a few videos about some exploits people have been doing. But I kind of want to give some feedback on that as well as give you what I found to be one of the best farms that I've personally done in this game and I've been doing for the last couple days. Now, I will go ahead and start out and say I am mostly a streamer. I have no experience in video making or really anything YouTube related. And I would be lying to you if I didn't sit here for 30, 45 minutes, actually another hour because my recording failed. Um, but basically thinking on what to say. But I have been getting really frustrated because I see all these people in these YouTubers' videos um, getting clickbaited, trying these farms they've been posting and it not be as efficient as they say. They exaggerate the XP gains. And I wanted to give a live commentary and show you guys what I've been doing that's been working very well. The recording that corrupted, I did one run of this, got almost a million experience and roughly 800 somewhat thousand gold by selling everything in that single run. Very sad that that corrupted, but it's okay because we're doing it again. Just gives me more practice. But anyways, I will go ahead and rip the band-aid off for all the new Diablo players. Grinding in this game takes a long time. If you're a casual player or even a veteran player, leveling can take you from 70 hours to maybe 80 hours to get one character to level 100. There's no easy way to go about it. It's going to take a while. But unlike a lot of these videos that are being posted, I am going to address that your time is very valuable. It is the most valuable currency on this planet, and I want to make your time worthwhile by showing you exactly what I do live so that you can make the decision for yourself if you want to grind it or not. I'm not going to, like, none of this is pre-recorded. This is all live. I'm not bullshitting in any way. I'm not clickbaiting. I'm just showing you what I like to do in terms of farming that's good for everything. It's good for experience, for gold, getting those last Paragon points, getting legendaries to drop, sacreds, ancestrals, everything. I get all of these to drop every time I run this dungeon. Now, what a lot of YouTubers who recommend you grind dungeons will do is they'll get a really good run, they'll get a bunch of legendaries, and they'll get like 2 or 3 events to spawn the same dungeon, and they'll base their average off of that and say, you can get 20 million XP an hour doing this. That's not what we're going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to take note of my current experience. We're going to take note of my current gold. So 26,497,086. Okay, that's my gold count. Experience is 8,204,323. I have this all written down on a notepad before we run this. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do it. Now, this does utilize the Nightmare Dungeon glitch, so to instantly refresh a dungeon, which I don't know why they haven't added a button to do that yet. I'm pretty sure the old Diablo games had that, but If you don't know how to do it, we're going to do it right now. So all you do is you find a Nightmare Sigil. You do have to be in tier 4. I really recommend you get a good build for this and do on tier 4 because you really want that 200% experience boost. It's going to help you so much. Trust me when I tell you, you're going to want to be in tier 4. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and activate one of these nightmares. Fortunately, this is one we kind of have to take a little run to, but that's all right. The dungeon we are going to be farming is Older's Cave. This is a very known dungeon. This isn't really like an unknown thing. You know, people farm this dungeon a lot, but they don't really give you like the live like statistics of farming this dungeon. They don't really compare things. They'll just tell you that, hey, you could get 10, 12 million an hour doing this. But we're not going to do that. I want to make sure you guys see up front how I run it, how fast it is, how efficient it is, and how much value compared to your time you're going to get out of this. I think when it comes to a content creators community or a game community, that being very upfront and blunt about things is, in the long run, going to be more useful to you guys. But yeah, we're going to do this real quick. So all you do is you activate a Nightmare Sigil, go to the Nightmare Dungeon, you're going to go inside of it, and then you're just going to leave it. You just, if you're on controller, click down on the D-pad. If you're on keyboard, just click T, and you teleport right out. So we're going to go back to the town we were just in. So now what this does is essentially your dungeon is now going to be refreshed every time you complete it. So you complete the dungeon, teleport out with the town button, and then go right back through your portal and your dungeon will be reset. Just like that. It's super easy. The only thing that will remove this glitch is if you log out, pretty much. If you log out of the game, you got to redo it again. It's very easy to do. It's not too much of a hassle, but again, that's more time of yours that is wasted. So we're going to go over here, going to start heading over to the dungeon. Now while we're running there, I know on YouTube there are a lot of things about XP glitches where you can essentially glitch out a public event in a cellar or dungeon and get an infinite number of mobs to spawn. I have done these for educational purposes. I've tested the XP gains compared to your time. And I can tell you, especially if you're a solo player, it's not worth it. It's really not. Doing this is not only good for experience, but it's good for gold too. And legendaries. If you're still looking for some really high stat roll legendaries, you'll see them pretty frequently in here. And I've gotten uniques in here too. The Sorcerer Boots, I think it's Issue's Heirloom. I've had that drop more than once in a day doing this dungeon. And I'm not even going for legendaries. Like I said, I'm here for experience. I'm here for gold. And that's just another side bonus to just farming this dungeon. And this is a very easy dungeon to farm too, especially if you have a really good AoE build. This is the perfect place for you to be. So we're gonna just go through, kill all these elites, pick up all the rares you see. Trust me when I tell you, every rare and legendary you see, pick it up. If it's magic, I would not pick it up unless you have room. Because by the time you finish this dungeon, 9 times out of 10, you will not have room for magic items. Now, my runs typically, especially if I don't pick up gear, or only pick up like half the gear that drops, it's usually about 5 minutes a run, maybe 6 minutes. It's not that long. It's very, very quick, very efficient. And that's what's really nice about this dungeon. And there's also not a boss too. So even if you die, there's no downside. There's no respawn, no revive limits you need. There's nothing. It's just hack and slash. And especially right now, if you get shrines, like really good shrines, you'll go buy this even quicker. Just super nice. Like I said, we're just gonna kill all these elites. Uniques. Oh my goodness. Alright. Look at all these rare drops. This is not all I see is dollar signs. It's all these rares are to you guys. So I really recommend just picking everything up. Kill this mob spawn again. Now, if you're super endgame, your time for doing this will go down tremendously. My build is still in the works. It's not the greatest. It's kind of bits and pieces I picked from other builds. So I am by no means completely finished in terms of my build. But I mean, you can see I'm still going through this very quickly. And look at this, another event, or a first event spawned. This can make the dungeon take a little longer, but more XP. It's not bad. Even if you fail the event, it's not the event that matters. It's the mobs. As long as you get a good chunk of mobs from it, then you're golden. Alright. This is a little slower because my cooldowns don't want to... Of course, when I make a video, they don't want to work for me. Typical. But yeah, if you're really just looking to get through it quicker, you don't have to do events. It's still very good experience if you don't touch events at all. That's the really nice thing about this farm. Things you do can make it quicker. Things you don't do can also make it quicker. That's why I like running it. Okay, should be the last one and then we're good. And my cooldowns are just not available.
Thank you, Wanderer. Without you, I'd be dead. Think I can manage from here?
Just give me your loot, lady.
Please.
Give. Thank you. Look at that. First legendary. And look at this. We're already almost half an inventory full of gear. We just started. We just finished the first section, and we're over halfway full on rares and 2 blues for some reason. If you're looking for gems too, this is a very good spot to get all the gems you could want. Gems drop very frequently in here as well. But I'm pretty sure they do that in just about any activity you do. And you're gonna see in this second section, the second part of this dungeon is the very, like, meaty portion. Because it's very highly, like, the mob density is insanely high. Alright, just like that, this is done. I'm not sure if I said it before, but there is no boss in this dungeon either. It is just packed full of elites, and all you're doing is hack and slash it. It's super nice. So we can go over here. Mob is a troll. Alright. So we're gonna run up here and we're pretty much just gonna be looping around and that'll be the end of the dungeon. It's that quick. Like look at how many mobs spawn here. It's insane. And in this second portion, there is a possibility for I think 2 events to spawn. So you could have a run. I've had a run before where I've had 3 events to spawn. There is a shrine event, there is a chest event, and then like you saw earlier, there's a wanderer event, all of which can all spawn in one instance. And look at that, another legendary. And a bunch more mobs. Yep, just like that. And we are looking very good on gear. And look at this, another event spawned. By the way, if you're ever wondering if a health pot is an event, if you look on your map and it shows the shrine symbol instead of the healing symbol that it is now, it's an event spawn. Just in case. And look at that. We've gotten 2 events to spawn in the same instance, and there is still a possibility for that 3rd one to spawn. It is absolutely absurd how high the mob density is in here. Almost done. This should be the last wave. And I unfortunately have no cooldowns to deal with this elite. Look at that. Almost full on gear, and the dungeon's complete. Just like that. And right now, like, look, I've 1 slot open. If you have a couple slots, just grab a magic item, teleport out. That's the whole run. That took maybe 6 minutes. Now imagine if you did this run with more than just yourself. This is no experience boost. You get a 5% boost by being in a party or near another player, and you get a 5% experience boost just by using a potion. This is with no potions or anything. So we're gonna go ahead and just sell everything we get. Sell it all. And we're gonna head down to the vendor and just sell everything. If you're looking for high stat roll legendaries, just check the rolls before you sell it, and then just sell everything else. Okay, so now we're gonna look at the stats. So before, I had 25,497,086 gold. We are now at 27,379,704 gold. That was almost a million. Actually, this should have been a 26. The original one should have been 26, but regardless, this was a 900, almost 1 million gold run for 6 minutes of your time, and the experience, 9,155,884 experience. We started at 8.2 mil. 8.2. We almost got a million experience in one go. And that is 6 minutes of your time. 6 minutes. You do 10 of these, or whatever, depending on your level. If you're like me, do 9 of these runs, you get a full level for 45 minutes of your time. That is very, very efficient. And that is exactly why I have been farming this. And like I told you earlier, I have tried other methods. I tried the infinite respawn, was getting maybe 200-300k every 3 minutes experience-wise, and not a lot of gold, to be honest. Like, the gold was shit. And I've tried everything else. Anything you've thought of, I've probably tried aside from farming different dungeons. There's an amazing content creator. His name is Royal Cubs TV. Just like me, he does this content that's not very edited. It's all live footage and live commentary to give you that upfront and blunt opinion, and I guess just showing you the grind. There's no edited footage. This video is a little long because it's not edited, but again, it's important because I want you to see from my point of view why I've been doing this. I didn't edit anything to get one god run and then base the average off of that. I just doing it right in front of you. I guess the biggest takeaway from this video that I want you guys to take is don't get clickbaited. If they're not doing the run in front of you, it's not worth doing. If they're not comparing the stats in front of you, it's not worth it. You need to look at a video where they compare everything one to one of before the run and after. It's very important. I gave you the time, compared the time, the XP, the gold, I compared it all for you. And yeah, that's pretty much the farm. I do plan on streaming this game. If you guys find anything or any dungeon you want me to try farming and see if it's more efficient than this, please let me know. You could leave a comment or even stop by. If you stop by my stream and you say, hey, I've been farming this, what do you think of it? I'll try it right in front of you and compare the statistics with gold versus and XP versus time, and I'll tell you if it's better. I honestly really look forward to seeing people in the comments and they tell me this farm has been working for them. It's been very efficient. That would mean the absolute world to me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my first video, and I hope you guys find this effective, and hopefully I see you guys around again. Have a good one.